I'm only looking at 3 series in today's episode, which is a shame. I would have loved to include Chihaya in this as well, but since it doesn't air for another couple of weeks, I don't want to keep you waiting that long. And today has one of my more anticipated shows this season as well. I'll let you guess which one it is as I review them. Because, for the last time this season, this is a 2019 autumn anime preview, from a different perspective. Is one cooking anime not enough for you this season? Well, great news, you can have your fill, because we have a second one coming hot on my heels of Food Wars. Welcome to a world of a true cooking master boy, or Shinchuka Ichiban. Welcome to a world of Liu Maojing, a super chef travelling in historical China, learning new recipes and spreading the love of cooking. One thing I didn't know going into it, True Cooking Master Boy is actually the sequel to a much older show, a show from the 90s, called Chuka Ichiban, which is just the cooking boy, I imagine. And it really does tell. It's got that sort of old style feel about it. But again, those pastel colours I like so much. It looks like an old show, just animated with modern techniques. But it's not worse for it. What we have here is a straightforward cooking anime of a classic style. It's not big in your face, shokugeki every week, like Food Wars is. It's much more exploring the country and cooking. Now, the first episode is all about chicken, but he doesn't cook a chicken. His recipe involves rice. There's rice cooked in a chicken, but it's a recipe which Food Wars would have potentially come up with, cooking the rice in an interesting way to invoke flavour. And whilst Food Wars has the fantastic foodgasms, True Cooking Master Boy has the food stylings to the characters. The judge judging Liu's rice is pretty much as a human chicken. He could pose on a box of Kellogg's and he wouldn't look out of place. Now, Liu's accompanied by a couple of other people who probably were in the first season. He's got his friends Shiro and Meili, and during the first episode they're just really there. We don't know much about them, and I get a feeling this is an anime more designed for people who have read the manga or watched the original series, because there's a lot in it, a lot of characters making comments here and there which I had no idea what they're talking about whatsoever. This is an anime not for everyone. If you like food, you'll probably enjoy this one a bit. If you like classic shonen comedies, this one might be for you as well. But if you want your anime to have a nuanced feel about it, you can skip it. This one's very much exactly as you see on the tin. It's a cooking anime featuring a cooking boy in China. So you're going to get lots of Chinese foods, lots of cooking, and lots of shonen action. If you want to watch this one's airing over at Crunchyroll. The next anime today also comes with a special caveat. If you don't want to be spoiled, if you haven't watched the first season of Sword Art Online, or even the second season, or the first season of Alicization, and if you do want to watch it, then don't watch this video, watch that, then come back. I'll still be here. Probably with single digit views, but I'll still be here. Welcome to a second season of Alicization, Sword Art Online, Alicization, War of the Underworld. A bit of premise, Sword Art Online is an anime about a guy called Kirito and his fight against a machine, and by machine I mean the game. First he fights off the killing game Sword Art Online, where if you die in the game, you die in real life. Then he fights off against a corporation who wants to use people's brains as research animals, and crucially wants to mind break his wife, in-game wife of course, into being the bad guy's sex slave. Yeah, I'm not really making that up. That's pretty much the premise of the second part of Sword Art. But thankfully, I think it goes forward. We're moving on to Gun Gale Online, a gun anime which takes Battle Royale genre and turns it into an MMO. And again, it's another death game, where the infamous death gun is killing players left, right and centre, and Kirito is sent in by the Japanese government to investigate. Because at this point, he's got a reputation as the saviour of Aincrad, and the guy who took down the developers of Alpha Online, and the Japanese government really like him. They get him to do all the dirty work now. They pay him a lot of money though, of course. He needs it to do his research and to bring in his daughter into the real world. His daughter being a fairy based on an AI from the original Sword Art Online. Yeah, there's plot there. And the rest of the second season carries on without a hitch. We've got some side stories about the getting of Excalibur, and the absolutely wonderful story about Yuki and the Sleeping Knights, which if I talk about too much here I'm going to end up crying. But when we get into Alicization, Alicization is sort of extension of Gun Gale Online in that, again, it's the seedy underground which left Ironcrad, left Sword Art Online, and still wants to cause chaos. And the Japanese government are involved again, this time saving him from certain death, but somehow trapping him in an online game, which is not really a game. He's trapped in the underworld, a sped up reality, which is an experiment creating the world's first bottom-up AI. Most AI are top-down. You tell it what you want it to do, and you develop its programming from there. A bottom-up AI develops up from the ground, it's just born, and it learns naturally, and learns what it wants to do. It becomes an actual artificial intelligence, rather than an artificial tool with artificial intelligence. It's doing this by simulating this world for months on end, except for in-game it's years on end. But Kiriko's trapped in there. His body's not exactly working in real life, but he realises he's trapped and he tries to escape. At the end of the first season, he finally defeats the administrator, gains access to a terminal to speak to the outside world, when the base he's being held on is attacked. Whilst he's transferring his subconscious from his body to his body, there's a problem, and the signal is interrupted, and he's left in a vegetative state. We now jump into a world of Alicization, War of the Underworld, where Kirito is in a wheelchair and is no longer the main character of this anime. The main character is a strong-willed swordswoman, Alice. You might say she's a titular Alice, but she's not really. The project is the Alicization Project. It's to produce that perfect bottom-up AI, who rather nicknamed Alice. Little do they know, the character they're probably looking for is actually in the game called Alice, almost certainly. But Alice, who was a child growing up with Kirito and her friend Yujio, was taken away and turned into effectively a mindless drone, rescued by Kirito and Yujio, and after Yujio died and Kirito is left in a vegetative state, she's now caring for Kirito in a world which she no longer trusts and believes in, not knowing what to do with the ever threat of a dark lands invading, and if the dark lands invade and they beat the good guys, it's game over. It's a final stress test. And again, a disclaimer, I've read the novels. Well, I've read the novels released in English. The actual anime will be overtaking the light novels I've read at some point, probably towards November, December. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. It's been a long time since there's been a Sword Art anime, which I've not read before. But this is most definitely the season, not of Kirito. This is a season of Alice, a strong-willed female swordswoman who will do anything to protect the guy who saved her, and will do anything to try and save him when she finds out what's wrong and how she can save him. We're going to be going a long way without this anime's main character, but in my opinion, it's probably going to be better for it, because Alice is a much more interesting character. The fact that she's not human, she's an AI, doesn't diminish her, because most of the characters in this anime will be AI this season. This one's airing at multiple places. It's airing over at Funimation and High Dive and Crunchyroll. And finally today, we have another sports anime, but this time we're looking at the world of Chidori RSC, or Chidori Rifle Shooting Club. I actually prefer the Japanese name, Rifle is Beautiful, but I can understand why the English title didn't want to go with that. Now, Chidori RSC is about a bunch of girls who are starting school at the Chidori High School, and our main character, Hikari, is really excited about this because she loves rifles, and she loves rifle shooting, and the Chidori High School has got a rifle shooting club. Or it used to. Because we learned in the first episode, the club's just shut down because there's no members. And so with this being a sports anime featuring cute girls, you know this is going to be half a season of them looking for characters to join the club, fighting with them to try and get them to join the club, and then in the last 3 episodes training up to fight some big bad. Well, guess what? You're wrong! Because the trick of this one is, they fill the club in a matter of minutes. They've condensed 4 episodes worth of storyline into 4 minutes of anime. This is not an anime which is taking its time in getting the plot story going. It's just about the 4 girls, Hikari, her friend Izumi, the rich girl Erika, who's clearly a tsundere, and a small, emotionally silent girl, Yukio. Although Yukio is a lot more emotionally involved than you might think, she's not your classic silent girl. It's about them learning and becoming better at shooting laser rifles, because this is a club they can do in school, rather than shooting guns at a firing range, because that would be kind of dangerous and In a country with high gun laws, like Japan, they don't want real guns in schools. That'd be a terrible idea. Who in their right mind would put guns in school? No, I'm not going there. Rifle is Beautiful is an anime which is in love with its guns. But I'm not going to fault it for that, because with the Olympics coming up in Tokyo next year, this is a type of anime which I expected. Sports anime which don't take the fetishistic view of the guns. It views it as a sport. It tells you about the sport, about how they score, about the technology they use, about their strange outfits, because they're wearing some really bizarre suits. It's not just for style points. Well, not only for style points. They have a use in the sport as well. Fire standing up, they don't fire prone or sitting down, of course. And these jackets and suits are very firm, almost starched. And so it helps you keep your posture when you're aiming. It tells you how you score, why they do it this way, and weird thing like you can't take pictures because the camera flash will also affect the scoring as well. I don't know if they have light rifles in the Olympics, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did. I know they have actual live ammo firing, like with clay pigeons. So maybe they have light rifles as well. Or maybe this is just an entry point for physical gun sports. Now, despite this being a sports anime, it does play a lot like a Cute Girls Doing Cute Things anime as well. It has that sort of light comedy air. 4 girls going out doing things they enjoy, having fun. They just happen to be in a gun club. And I'm fine with that. I like sports anime, I like Cute Girls Doing Cute Things anime, so this one is definitely up my street. It's not the best anime of its type, but it's far from unwatchable as well. And Story RSC is airing over at High Dive. And so that wraps up the 2019 Autumn Anime Preview Season. I'm still looking forward to Chihaya airing in a few weeks' time, but I won't be recording a video for that one. But what was your favourite show of the season so far? And what did you think of the last season? Let me know in the comments. And join me in the winter as I look up the new shows airing then. Thanks for watching, have a wonderful day, bye bye.